Easy Sira, you are and always will be a legend.
Good morning, church. Bwana asifiwe. Yeah, my name is Anne Lanoy. I'll read my tribute, and then afterwards maybe I can just give a short synopsis of what happened on the last day. I sit at your desk struggling to find the words to honor you, but the weight of this loss feels too heavy for language. Your departure doesn't make sense to me. The world feels still and strange without you. You are my constant world, and my heart, and the heart of our home. You love me in a way that only my heart truly knows, making me feel cherished and favored in every single day. I miss the simple things most. How you always answered my calls on the first ring, and the many times you called just to share a joke or to seek advice. As a father, you are our children's greatest anger. You are present, steady force, teaching them never to settle for mediocrity and to always strive for their best. Through your firm yet gentle example, you taught us the value of hard work, the beauty of humility, respect, and kindness. Your deep faith and religious devotion guided our path, and these are the virtues that we will carry forward in your honor. Cyrus, you are the definition of resilience. You are a visionary who thought outside the box, believing that nothing was insurmountable. To you, the word impossible did not exist. You are our eternal optimist, giving us hope when we felt we had none, and calming storms of life with your steady presence. You are uniquely generous and often giving until you had nothing left, and yet never expecting a single thing in return. You embraced my family as your own, caring deeply for them and always concerning yourself with their well-being. Truly, they became your people, and you became their heart. Thank you for the immense trust you placed in me. It has been my greatest honor to raise our children by your side and to care for your family. Your impact reached far beyond our home. You inspired so many to chase their dreams and helped set strangers in their darkest hours simply because it was who you were. My love, the loss is immeasurable, but so is the love you left behind. I could write a book about the life we shared, but for now, I carry your loss, I carry your story in my heart. Fare thee well, my love, until we meet again at that beautiful shore. May God keep your soul in eternal peace.
Amen.
On 12th of December, that was Jamhuri Day, Cyrus called me at around 12:34, and we spoke for about 3 minutes and 45 seconds. He called again at around 2:30 and asked me where I was, and I told him that I was in the supermarket. He said he wanted to see me, so he drove to where I was. When he reached the parking, he called me and told me he was outside. So I just put the trolley aside and went to see him. I sat in the car, we had a conversation, and then he left. He told me he was going back to the office to build his castles. He told me I'm going to dream and build my castles in the office, but later I'll be going to see the Honorable Speaker, Wetangula. Later, he FaceTime called me at around 4, told me he never even went to the office, that he had gone to the house and was just feeling tired and went to sleep. So when he called, he was just on the chair. He told me he had been dozing on the chair for about 2 hours. And that was the last time I spoke to Cyrus. And the time he came to the parking at the supermarket was the last time I saw him. I had a restless night that night. I didn't sleep well. And the feelings I had were really strong. So I looked at my watch, at my phone, and it was exactly midnight. I could not really decode what I was feeling. So I took a screenshot of my phone. It is the picture on my tribute. It was exactly midnight, and I could hear voices saying, "It is over, it is over." I couldn't make sense of it. At 3 o'clock, 3:20, when I got the call, I was still awake, trying to make sense of what I was feeling. I saw his call, but when I picked, it was not him. Someone asked me if I knew the owner of the phone, and I told him, "Yeah, that's my husband." I asked where he is, if I could speak to him, but they told me that he's been involved in an accident, and he was unconscious but was being attended to by the doctors. I continued talking, but I immediately asked my daughter Sonia to accompany me, and we started driving towards Naivasha. I could also not make sense when I was told that the accident had occurred in Naivasha, because he had no plans of traveling. So it was, at first I thought it was a prank, but then the officer identified herself and said she was Corporal Rhoda of Naivasha Police Station. So I drove and I went. I realized that it was going to be very heavy for me. I called Senator Kanini, I called Mr. Kisia and Mr. Fred Amayo and asked them to accompany me to Naivasha. And I'm glad that even at that hour, at 3 a.m. in the morning, they woke up and they followed me alongside their spouses. And we kept going, we kept communicating. I also called his doctor, Martin Wanyoike, and put him on high alert. I told him Cyrus has been involved in an accident, kindly be on high alert. And he called back and even sent me a number for the air rescue. Finally, when I called the police officer, I told him the air rescue requires a landmark for them to land. That's when the commandant of Naivasha Police Station told me, "Mama, hii sasa sio rescue mission, mzee ametuacha." It was devastating. We stopped the car on the roadside and we just screamed and cried and cried. I informed Christine Yokabi, I informed Kanini of what has happened. I also informed her siblings. And I called some of our children, Jake, Tim, and June. I told them to follow because things were really bad. I had also called Honorable Sudi. Though he did not answer, he called me at around 6, and I also informed him about what had happened. We reached there. We found Cyrus in the morgue at Naivasha Mortuary. So the rescue mission changed now to something else. So I called Lee Funeral Home and asked them to send us a hearse. And the whole team, we converged at the morgue and we brought him back to Nairobi. It is a terrible loss. It was so shocking to speak to someone a few hours and then later be told that he is no more. I pray for your prayers for the family. The children have been hardest hit, but God will give them strength. And I pray that all the children, let us be strong, let us love one another, and let us continue with Dad's legacy. Dad was a fair man. He believed in equity, and he never discriminated against anyone. And I pray that God will give us the grace to continue that and to be fair to all the children and give them what they deserve. God bless us all. Thank you.
Amen. Let's appreciate the spouses. To Honorable Cyrus Jirongo. Yeah, thank you so much. At this time, we want to give the offering as a tradition of Christ is the Answer Ministries when it comes to offerings in the memorial service or the funeral service. The offerings normally go to the family. So as you are giving, you know that you are giving to the family, you're not giving to the church. So if you had no opportunity to give, this is your opportunity. Whatever you give will go to the family. That is the policy of CITAM. And at this time, I'll invite the music team to come and give us a hymn. And then we have ushers who will be bringing some bags. And again, also for those who are giving digitally, the details are on the screen. So you are giving to the family. So that whatever you give is going to the family.